2:09 to play as we are now officially on the air. 61-61 as we welcome you back.
Yes, it's been a heck of a contest. I mean, back and forth. Henry Clay's just hung around, and then boom. Big momentum swing when Darlington picked up her fourth foul early in the fourth quarter, and now we're at 61 all with 2:09 left in the contest. Henry Clay basketball full length.
Ariana Sutton, Tamia Wade with a huge three while you were away, as Miller will handle up top for Henry Clay.
Oh, gamble right there. You don't want to gamble. You want to stay solid and keep the offensive player in front. That's going to be number 5 on Darrington.
Fifth foul as Darrington will foul out. The fifth foul as well on Frederick Douglass this quarter. So 2 free throws the rest of the way for Henry Clay.
Again, we have the young 7th grader Wade at the line with 1:48 to go in the contest. Again, I've seen this young lady play before, and I had no clue that she's in 7th grade competing in a district rivalry game at such a young age, and she's so poised and she's in the moment as she steps to the line 4-2.
And Henry Clay with the 1-point lead.
She sinks them both.
We'll see how Douglass responds to the adversity here with 1:45 left. And it's poked out, overplay, and deflected out by Miller. And it will belong to Douglass.
Gotta love early season contests like this. It gets to test your team early. I think we had a clock mix-up right there.
And 1:42 should be the time on the clock. And the clock is, well, it's been that kind of night, I think, for multiple parties. Here is the scoreboard clock flashing. And now it's illuminated. As Douglass, this is a big trip up the floor for them.
Huge trip.
Knowles trying to move baseline, spins left, and Henry Clay with a rebound.
Henry Clay right here. You don't want to be in a hurry. What do you call? He calls walk. This is going to be a discussion between the referees, because from my view, it looked like a tie-up. It can be a possible jump ball right here.
See if we can take another look, and it will be a held ball on the replay.
Still goes to the Broncos, but the possession arrow for the next tie-up will go to Henry Clay. So they still forced a turnover.
But like you mentioned, what was the urgency for Henry Clay?
Again, these are teachable moments for a young basketball team. Coach Gerard, I'm sure, and Coach Mobley will cut this film and see what they can learn from these moments.
Going to be a foul on Miller and a non-shooting scenario. The final foul without free throws on the post entry. Broncos led by 9 at half. And Knowles out of sorts on the near sideline. And Miller will push it for Henry Clay. And Miller puts it in.
Puts it in right there. Extends the lead to 4 points. Frederick Douglass right here. I don't know if they've been in this situation or expected this situation.
Rhodes with the floater. And a big basket for Knowles. And a Bronco timeout.
You got to love it, man. High school basketball, it's the essence of the game. When you got both schools, they want the win. The crowd's into it. You got a 2-point ball game in a district contest early in December. This is what you lace them up for right here.
A huge basket on the putback for Knowles.
Yeah, she just continues to just be around the basket. Old coach saying is she has a nose for the basketball. The basketball finds her, and she does a really good job of putbacks, rebounding. She really does it all. To be such a young player, I'm excited about her future here at Frederick Douglass.
So what's the plan here for the Broncos with a 48.1 on the defensive end down 2?
Well, you're already in the penalty on the foul, so you will force them to go to the line. But you want to keep them in front and see if you can force a turnover without fouling right here. It looks like they're going to set up in full court pressure. Henry Clay is going to want to be poised with the basketball, understand they have a 2-point lead, avoid getting trapped, and know the situation that if they get in trouble, to use a timeout instead of turning the ball over.
6 of the last 7 have the Broncos won in this series as Henry Clay, a long pass, and it's swiped away by Bennett. Now Bennett looking for the tie, puts it in, and a foul.
Wow. What a play right there. Young lady got the steal in the backcourt. No one matched up with her to stop the basketball. She drives down the middle of the paint with the and one and goes to the line for the lead with 38 seconds to go in the contest.
And Henry Clay with the corral. Stone wants it, spins, and draws a Rhodes foul. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, it's one of those things, she gets fouled right there, but I know Coach Gerard wanted them to take possibly the last shot of the contest. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. Just pull the ball out and make sure you get the last shot.
And Henry Clay retakes the lead.
Great poise by Sloan to go to the line and make the first. Big free throw coming up here.
Got the roll. 2 timeouts left for Douglass as Baker into front court, and it will be a Broncos stop as Coach Moberly wanting to strategize on that far sideline, and it will be a timeout for Frederick Douglass, leaving them with 1. It's extended to a full and a big possession when we come back on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Frederick Douglass possession out of the timeout, trailing by 2 with 25.5 left, Murray.
Well, they have multiple options, Frederick Douglass does. They can either throw it inside the nose. You have Rhodes, one of the best perimeter shooters. And here late game, M.K. Bennett has been a factor on both ends of the floor. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Moberly draws up right here. Let's see what type of finish we get.
Bronco basketball at side court. Knowles probing in the lane and
He calls the basket off. Travel.
We're going to dial up that replay at the next opportunity as Henry Clay inbounding and Sutton. Yeah, Sutton is fouled. Let's take another look at that travel.
I did not see it. But like I said earlier in the broadcast, if the referee called it, it's like your spouse and they're always right.
2 free throws for Sutton. As Henry Clay trying to make this a 2-possession game. Some discussion at the scores table. Not exactly certain, as we're going to have a Bronco reinserted.
Yes, it must have been the 5th foul on Baker.
Now we've got an opportunity here. Let's take a look at that travel from the outset. Didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
This would be a huge win for Henry Clay.
Yes.
Their 4th in a row. And perhaps sending a message this season in the district. Missed shot gobbled up by Nelson. And
Big.
Sutton with 10 seconds is fouled again.
A big offensive rebound off the free throw for Henry Clay right there. Just a mental lapse. Frederick Douglass did not box out and create space. The Henry Clay defender went right around him, got the offensive rebound, kicked it out to Sutton. To Sutton. Now she's back at the line for 2.
Sutton, a 5'2" junior, averaging 9 points coming in. And this score is going to raise some eyebrows around Central Kentucky.
Well, again, it's a district contest. There's no night offs in the 11th region, and this is a perfect example. Another free throw box out. Henry Clay collects it again and draws the foul, and will go back to the line for 2 more. Wow. You can pretty much guess what Frederick Douglass is going to do in tomorrow's practice. I expect them to practice free throw box outs over and over and over and over.
Well, again, without Ayanna Darrington fouling out. But certainly this has been a feisty, determined Henry Clay performance.
Absolutely.
And they're going to win this game. As Bennett brings it across. Maxwell knocks it in. Or does she? Nope, that's short, and that's going to wrap up the ball game.
Big win by Henry Clay.
Final score tonight, Henry Clay 71, Frederick Douglass 65. Blue Devils improve to 6-2. Broncos fall to 2-2. Take a break, be back after this on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
A huge win tonight for Henry Clay girls. They defeat Frederick Douglass 71-65. Broncos led by 9 at half. And Henry Clay Murray just did enough positive things to come out with a big win.
They just hung around, man. They made the plays down the stretch. Got the ball to the people that they wanted to have it, and just converted. Give credit to both teams, a hard-fought contest. Again, I made a note, Chris, that at 5:56 of the fourth quarter, Darrington picked up her 4th foul, and that was a big momentum swing for Henry Clay.
So Henry Clay will exit this with their 4th straight win, 6-2 on the year. The Broncos fall to 2-2, both teams in action. Coming up later this week, Broncos at GRC, and Henry Clay actually in action next Wednesday. They'll take on the Lex Cath opponent there at the White Greer Maggart Holiday Classic. The boys' game between Montgomery County and Frederick Douglass, that will tip about 8 o'clock. We'll exit the facility here, take a quick break, close out of YouTube, we hope, and start another. So stay with us. Be back in about 8 or 10 minutes for the boys' tilt. Thanks so much for watching. For Murray Garvin, I'm Chris Labar. See you in a few minutes on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Meyer. Higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.